Hey everyone, welcome to our winter cookie tutorial. My name is Ashley and I will be guiding you through how to decorate your cookies today. But first, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting Hearty Coffee. Your business means the world to us right now, especially during these crazy times. We hope this activity is something fun for you to do and will bring a smile to your face. That being said, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is set out all of the materials and prep our icings. It's normal for the color to separate from the icing, so we need to work the color back in by massaging the bags. Once you've done this with each icing, go through and cut a very tiny amount off the tips of the bags. A few millimeters is all you need. Start smaller, and if your line is too thin, go back and cut a couple more millimeters off. The goal is for the icing to flow out easily in a thin line with minimal pressure. Beginning with the snowflake cookie, start by outlining the shape using the light pressure on the bag. How light or firm you squeeze the bag really plays into the thickness of your line. Once you've done this, go back and fill in the shapes using more pressure. This is called flooding. Once the shape is filled in, there may still be some gaps, so take one of your toothpicks to fill those in and straighten out the edges. You can also carefully tap the cookie onto the table to evenly settle the icing. Now that the snowflakes are filled in, set them aside to dry before adding the next details. For the plaque shape, we'll repeat the same steps of outlining and flooding. The next two shapes have more detail, so the process will also be a little more in-depth. For the beanie, I'm going to go ahead and outline all of the white parts, and then I'm going to outline the green and fill in the green. I'm going to leave the white parts unfilled in, and we'll go back to that later. But for the green part, we're going to add a design with the white icing, and you'll want to do this right away instead of waiting until it dries. This is called a wet on wet technique, and it just allows both colors to settle as one layer. And it's fun to create different designs, so you can kind of create whatever you want to do. For the snowman, create a normal outline, and then you kind of have to envision in your mind the shape of the rest of the snowman. So draw two lines in the middle to separate the three portions. And then when you're filling in the snowman, you'll just fill in the top part and the bottom part and leave the middle And then once you've done all of the snowman, you can go back and fill in the middle. This just helps the snowman to remain in 3 portions instead of all melting together as one. Now that the first layer of the snowflake has dried, we can go back and add on the blue lines. And I left this in real time so that you can see exactly how I'm doing each part of it, because it's a little bit tricky. For the plaque, now that the first layer of that one has dried, we can add the letters. Really the best technique for this is just a slow, steady hand. Back to the snowman. For the second part of this, we will do the beanie and the scarf. The beanie is going to be similar to how we did the body of the snowman, and you'll just do the 3 separate parts, filling in the middle and then the top and bottom. last cookie on the beanie, we will add the white parts and then start with just the top part, and then you'll dip it in the sanding sugar. I find it easiest to pour my sanding sugar in a bowl or something so that it's flat and you have room to really dip your cookie in. It's also important that the middle part of the beanie has completely dried so that the sanding sugar doesn't stick to that part. So do the top portion and then do the bottom portion and carefully dip it in. And that completes this tutorial. I hope you had fun and maybe learned something new in the process. Also, just so you know, for the entire 2021 year, we will be doing monthly cookie kits. So if you want to do this again or have a friend you know who might enjoy this, send them to our website at hardycoffee.com. These kits are also shippable, so let your out-of-town friends know too. Lastly, we'd love to see your artistry, so snap a couple pics and tag us on Instagram. Thanks again for your support. We hope you have a great week.